Former President Donald Trump is now a convicted felon. He is the first ever former U.S. president to be convicted of a crime.
There were people who clearly were thrilled by the result.
If Donald Trump wins the upcoming election, he will become the first U.S. president with a felony conviction. In 2006, Trump pleaded guilty to financial fraud, but was later pardoned by President George H.W. Bush. This unprecedented situation raises significant questions about the legitimacy of the election and the rule of law in the United States. Concerns abound regarding the potential impact on the country's institutions and democratic values if Trump returns to office. Such a scenario could challenge the principles of accountability and justice, potentially undermining public trust in the political system. The broader implications for the stability and integrity of U.S. democracy remain uncertain, highlighting the importance of maintaining robust legal and ethical standards in governance. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that could potentially rock the political landscape like never before. Have you ever thought about what it would mean if a sitting president were to be convicted of a felony? Let's explore the implications together. Imagine the scenario. Trump, while serving as the current president, becomes the first president in history to be convicted of a felony.
For the first time in American history, a former U.S. president has been convicted of a crime.
Donald Trump is found guilty on all 34 criminal charges against him by a New York jury, officially making him a felon. The jury deliberated for more than 9 hours before finding the former president guilty.
This unprecedented situation could profoundly impact American history. The implications of a sitting president facing a felony conviction are vast and complex. It would challenge the foundational principles of the American legal and political systems, testing the strength and resilience of the nation's democratic institutions. Such an event would likely polarize the country further, intensifying political divisions and public discourse. The legal battles, impeachment proceedings, and potential ramifications on domestic and international policies would dominate the political landscape. It could also set a significant precedent for accountability and the rule of law, reinforcing or undermining public trust in government, depending on the outcomes. The historical significance of a felony conviction for a sitting president would be monumental. It would redefine the boundaries of presidential conduct and legal accountability, marking a critical chapter in American history. The nation would be compelled to navigate uncharted territory, grappling with the legal, political, and social ramifications of this unprecedented event. If former President Trump were charged with a felony, it would pose significant legal and political challenges. Legally, he would face the complexities of the criminal justice system, including potential arrest, arraignment, trial, and sentencing. These proceedings could be lengthy and highly publicized, affecting his ability to engage in political activities and potentially influencing public opinion. The implications for the presidency would be profound. A felony charge against a former president raises questions about the stability of the government and the integrity of democratic institutions. It could lead to unprecedented legal battles, particularly if Trump were to seek or hold office during legal proceedings. This situation might necessitate legal interpretations of the Constitution, especially regarding the qualifications for presidential candidates and the limits of executive power. Moreover, the rule of law would be tested as the justice system navigates high-profile political pressures. Ensuring a fair trial while maintaining public confidence in the judicial process would be critical. Ultimately, charging a former president with a felony could reshape the political landscape, influencing future elections, governance, and public trust in legal and governmental institutions. Examining past legal issues involving presidents provides valuable context for understanding the gravity of the situation if President Trump were to be charged with a felony. The Watergate scandal, which led to President Nixon's resignation, and the impeachment of President Clinton for perjury and obstruction of justice, highlight the significant constitutional implications of a president facing criminal charges. These historical precedents underscore the profound impact such charges can have on the presidency and the nation. If Trump were accused of crimes such as obstruction of justice, embezzlement, or tax fraud, the legal challenges would be immense. Unlike previous situations, where charges led to resignation or impeachment, a sitting president facing felony charges would present uncharted territory for the American legal and political systems. The complexities of prosecuting a sitting president, potential conflicts between executive privilege and judicial processes, and the broader implications for the rule of law are unprecedented. This situation would undoubtedly test the resilience of U.S. democratic institutions and the principles of accountability and justice. The outcome could set significant legal and constitutional precedents, influencing how future presidents are held accountable for their actions. Ultimately, it would be a crucial moment for evaluating and reaffirming the integrity and robustness of American democracy. The potential for a constitutional crisis would be high, as the president's ability to carry out his duties would be compromised. The 25th Amendment, which addresses presidential disability or removal, could be invoked, leading to a power vacuum. Discussing the potential crimes Trump might be accused of and the constitutional implications is crucial in understanding the severity of the situation and the potential consequences for the country.
The insurrection at the Capitol and President Trump's role in inciting it has led to consideration of something unprecedented in modern history, invoking the 25th Amendment to declare the president unfit and thus remove him from office.
The climax of this scenario is the unprecedented nature of a felony conviction for a sitting president. This event would have profound implications for the political landscape, potentially leading to a constitutional crisis. The conviction would raise questions about the president's ability to continue in office, prompting consideration of the 25th Amendment, which addresses presidential disability or removal. This could create a power vacuum, destabilizing the government and testing the resilience of the country's institutions. The legal and political implications would be far-reaching, challenging the stability of the government and the future of the presidency. The unprecedented nature of such an event would also raise questions about the effectiveness of the checks and balances in place to ensure accountability. The consequences of a felony conviction for a president would be a significant departure from the norm, leaving a lasting impact on the country's political system and institutions. The historical significance of a felony conviction for a president cannot be overlooked. It would be a stark departure from the norm and would leave a lasting impact on the country's political landscape. The implications of such an event would be far-reaching and would likely alter the trajectory of American politics. Firstly, a felony conviction for a president would mark a dark chapter in American history. It would be a stark reminder that even the highest office in the land is not immune to the rule of law. This would serve as a powerful deterrent to future presidents who may be tempted to engage in illegal activities. Secondly, a felony conviction for a president would have significant repercussions for the country's political system. It would raise questions about the integrity of the political process and the accountability of those in power. It would also lead to a reevaluation of the role of the president and the checks and balances in place to ensure accountability. This could have long-term consequences for the country's political stability and the ability of the government to effectively govern. Before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the possibility of Trump becoming the first felony president? And don't forget to check out our other videos on related topics for more in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay informed and engaged in the political process. See you in the next video.